motivation for coming here was actually to finish my facilitator training in Breathwork. I started training in January to become a Breathwork facilitator. I was getting a little bit frustrated because I couldn't find someone. There was a couple and I was like, no. And then Alex from Breathingcold came into my DMs and I pretty much just knew after speaking with him for what was a half an hour discovery call, ended up being an hour and a half. And I just went, that's my place.
Yeah, same thing. I just really resonated with him, but also he called me on my shit, I wanted to know the schedule and he said, he called me out on my controlling side. Even before the workshop, I signed up for this course. So it was absolute trust, which is quite rare for a controlling person.
What was the hardest thing in this course for you, or that came up in this course for you?
I wouldn't say there was anything particular on the course format that was hard apart from the facilitating. Because of this course, I don't look at things as they are. I look at it as a reflection of what's happening in me. So when I feel challenged by something, I go, but what is it in me that's triggered? What is it? So it's always hard being, reflecting on yourself and not finding things externally that's hard or that's a problem. Everything that is hard, I kind of look at myself and go, why is it hard? And that in itself is it's extreme growth and fear, obviously fear, and then leads to growth, which is just quite profound. What about you? What was the hardest for you?
Well, in the course, there's been lots of integration, which I've joined in everything, I think. And going up the mountain was kind of a metaphor for life, realizing that we were all trying to get to the top. So for me, it wasn't the achievement of being on top of the mountain. It was actually what I was learning inside the journey. And so obviously, speaking is one of my biggest fears. And I think the hardest thing for me came after doing our group facilitation, realizing that I'm actually not afraid to speak. It's been a fear of my voice shaking and me crying that's actually made me afraid. And without that story, who am I? So there's been a lot of reflection after that of I was able to do it. It scared me. Now what? So I think the biggest thing for me was that realization of, why am I holding on to the story of not being able to speak? And if I don't have that anymore, who am I? So it was like a big realization, and being up on top of the mountain when we were getting some photos taken, realizing that I don't like looking at myself from someone else's perspective. I can take photos of myself and I'm like, I like that. As someone else has taken, I'm like, that's not who I am. So yeah, that was just all that realizations of the challenge of who am I without this story. And it's not that I want to hold on to it, but yeah, it's probably been the biggest thing for me. What's one thing that you want to share with people about the course with Alex?
I think there's not one thing that I can share about this course. I think it empowered me to become who I should be. And that's not through the content or the science or the breath work or the ice. It's not one thing, it's really everything, and the energy that was created and the trust. And for me, I feel when I'm around someone like Alex is really humble and is so knowledgeable, and like he's so open, and it kind of funnels through in the group, funnels down, like it makes you want to become a better person. And it just gave me the confidence and the tools to become that. And then the motivation that I am enough. And I can't recommend this course enough. I've done quite a lot of teacher trainings, Breathwork Facilitator course, but this one is magic. And just the fact that it's a very safe container, just everything combined, the integration activities, the food, everything has been magical. And like I mentioned before, it's the first time that I don't have anything planned for after the course. I have been absolutely present.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that Alex has the ability to hold a really safe space to allow everyone their own, whatever it is they came here for, because we're all different. And it's been huge for me to feel that safety in this space. And yeah, I think is amazing.
And analyzing your own triggers, that it's not about the external, it's all within. And just realizing that, it was makes me look at everything differently now. And just seeing that we are all just wounded people and that need love, and that makes you look at humanity differently. And it's just been beautiful the way it's been given to us. I'm really grateful.